Alright, so once again, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations unto the hopeful elect. Um, I'm gonna play this video first, and then I'm gonna, you know, go all back and forth on basically what, some point of views.
To the United States, I say this simply: we're not your enemy.
The global trade war has officially reached our shores, bringing with it rising costs, disrupted supply chains, and economic uncertainty for millions across the Caribbean. In a time when food, fuel, and critical supplies are already stretched thin, a new tariff conflict could tip the balance, hitting the Caribbean harder than most. Prime Minister Mia Mottley is not mincing words. As chair of CARICOM, she delivers a powerful and urgent address to the region, warning of real economic fallout and the need for immediate regional unity. Like and subscribe if you care about where the Caribbean is headed. Share this message, because what you're about to hear isn't just a speech, it's a wake-up call.
So basically, war. For you people who don't understand what's going on, this is war, right? Well, trade war, but it boils down to be war. We are in the time of war, right? We are in war. Now it's perilous times, right? And the news is hot with all this tariff and thing with the US, and the news hot right now. And you know the people I'm doing? They're gonna have a busy day, that's shit, whatever and whatnot. Remember the scripture say the second war is past, which goes back to World War II. And they say, behold, the third war cometh quickly. Alright? So that's the time we are in right now.
I speak to all our Caribbean brothers and sisters today, not as the Prime Minister of Barbados, but in my capacity as chair of the Caribbean community. Our world is in crisis. I will not sugarcoat it. These are among the most challenging of times for our region, since the majority of our members gained their independence. Indeed, it is the most difficult period our world has faced since the end of World War II, 80 years ago. Our planet faces a climate catastrophe that worsens every year. We have a cost of living crisis that has been bedeviling us since the disruption of supply chains when the COVID-19 pandemic triggered the shutdown of the majority of countries. Misinformation, disinformation, and manipulation are running rampant. The mental health crisis is causing hopelessness among many of our young people. And regrettably, crime and fear is on the rise. We're fighting wars in the Holy Land, in Europe, and in Africa. Countries are...
And this basically gonna get worse. The scripture said that they shall wax worse and worse, right? They shall wax worse and worse. This not gonna get better. Things are gonna keep escalating. Alright? How long, oh Lord? How long? That's what's going on right now. So right now we head into those serious times. Alright? The time of Jacob's trouble. We are entering into those times.
Distrustful of countries, and neighbors are distrustful of neighbors. The international order and the international system, my friends, is in grave danger of collapse. And now we are on the precipice of a global trade war. Our Caribbean economies are largely reliant on imports. Just go to the supermarket or visit the mall.
Trinidad and Tobago too. Across they're heavily reliant on imports. Stuff coming into the country by means of ships. Right now we think we own gas. We purchasing that. So all that's gonna rise. Transportation is going to rise. You people don't understand what is war. As the scriptures I read in the last video I did with Isaiah chapter 6 and 8. Where the Lord put a spirit on the people that they cannot see, even though they're seeing, they cannot hear, even though they're hearing. Alright? Make the heart of these people heavy. shut their eyes so that they can't see, and shut their ears that they can't hear, to convert and be healed. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 8.
Or the hardware shop or the electronics store, and you will see that most of the things there are not produced in this region. Many of those commodities are either purchased directly from the United States of America or pass through the United States of America on their way to the Caribbean region. That, my friends, is a legacy of our colonial dependence. Together with colleague heads of state and heads of government, we have been working to diversify ourselves away from this dependence. We've already started to reap some successes, especially in the field of agriculture, for example, but we still have a long way to go. As we do this work, we have to be mindful that those recent announcements that have been made in the last few days will impact us very directly as a region and as a Caribbean people. We are working and will continue to work to become more self-sufficient. But I want every Caribbean man and every Caribbean woman to hear me. This trade war and the possibility of a 1 million to 1.5 million US dollar levy on all Chinese-made ships entering US harbors will mean higher prices for all of us at the corner shop.
You see that? Higher prices for all of us. So, as I say, that's also going to bring in what? Famine. Famine is going to come through this too. Where people won't be able to buy food. Food is a major thing. People just eat food every day. Alright? The scripture say, my servants shall eat, but they shall be hungry. The Lord's servants are going out there and prophesying. Alright? This is some beautiful times because these are the times that we've been hoping for. Alright? And we've seen these things happening. Alright? We've seen the prophecies coming to pass. Alright? So, second Ezra chapter 11 and verse 1, it says, measured all the time diligently in itself. He had to measure the time. We in the time of war. That's what time we in. Right? The time of war. The devil knows that he have a short time. The word devil means in Latin diablos, which means a deceiver. He knows that his time is short. So he's going to do everything in his power, right, to try to hold his position. He's going to come down with great wrath because he knows that his time is short. Alright?
Higher prices at the supermarket, higher prices at the electronics store, higher prices for us at the shop, higher prices for us at the restaurant, higher prices for us at the car dealership and beyond. A lot of Caribbean people will think that these things that you are seeing on television news or reading about are far away. They don't impact on me. A lot of people think I'm just a farmer, or I'm just a school teacher, or I'm just a mechanic. They say,
yeah, what she say? Higher price with everything. Shop, grocery, everything. You people not listening? You're not hearing what's going on? Huh? You not understand what but imagine you getting warning. The Lord is warning you people. Alright?
I live in St. Lucie in Barbados, or I live in Port Royal in Jamaica, or Kingstown in St. Vincent, or Rima in Trinidad, or Bastia in St. Kitts, or San Ignacio in Belize. These problems are far away from me and they don't impact me. That is what you will hear them say. But the reality, my friends, is that if you buy food, if you buy electronics, if you buy clothes, it will impact you. It will impact each of us. My brothers and sisters, our Caribbean economies are not very large. So we are and have always been at the whims of global prices. If Europe and China and the US and Canada and Mexico are all putting tariffs on each other, that is going to disrupt supply chains. That is going to raise the cost of producing everything from the food you eat to the clothes on your back, to the phone in your pocket, to the car you drive down the road, to the spare parts that you need for critical infrastructure. That means higher prices for all of us to pay. And sadly, yes, this will impact all of you, regardless of what any of our Caribbean governments will do. We could lower our tariffs to zero in CARICOM, and it will not make a lick of difference because our economies are small and vulnerable. This crisis, my friends, will impact not only goods, but it may also have a large spillover effect on tourism. We suggest that the region take steps to sustain tourism industry as likely worsening conditions in many of our source markets.
So I hope they take heed to the warning in here and here. You could go on YouTube, you could look up what she's saying there. Alright? I intend for this video to be thousands of hours long. I'm keeping it short and simple. Let's put the facts out there. Right now is the time we're heading into Jacob's trouble. With that, I would like to say Shalom.